Hello and welcome back to Vox Terra. Good to see you again. We're trying to get the long-term survival of the species to be political priority. Doesn't it seem to you a little too easy, a little too convenient that COVID-19 is here and it should be exposing some really big cracks in this system, exposing some really big cracks in this consumeristic, capitalistic system that's propped up by subsidies from the government. Doesn't it seem it should be exposing that built-in corruption? And that's what the public should be looking at right now. What's going on? What can we do about a system with all this factory farming that's just deforesting and changing habitat and heating up the planet and really bringing in an era of pandemics? In fact, there's been warning about that for a while now, that fossil fuel driven climate change is ushering in an era of pandemic along with just general lousy environmental stewardship. But instead, what's happening? You know anything about magic? You ever watch Arrested Development? Do you like Job from Arrested Development? The magicians misdirect. So what the magician does is misdirect your attention away from what's really happening. So to misdirect your attention away from the built-in corruption, the incompetency, the magician redirects your attention. And what they're redirecting your attention to, in my humble opinion, is let's focus on China. Can you believe what they eat over there? Can you believe what they're eating over there, right? They're eating pigs. They're eating cows. They're eating chickens. They're eating snakes, rattlesnake chili I hear they got. I hear they even eat gator. Why, some of them, they're eating deer. They go out eating wild animals. You get what I'm saying? Some obvious double standard, but the media doesn't point that part out. They're just showing you all those, the media is showing you all these, markets over there. But what about the factory farming conditions here, right? It's a misdirect. According to an article I read in Scientific American, one root cause of pandemics few people think about. It is our seemingly insatiable desire to eat meat, by Paul Shapiro on March 24th, 2020. And here he says, the H1N1 swine flu outbreak of 2009, we're going back a little bit, appears to have originated in pig confinement operations in North Carolina. So that little soundbite I'm giving you shows 2 points, right? One, these people trying to do the misdirect here. Hey, look at China, look at China. They're not calling it, and Trump insists on calling it the Chinese flu. They're not calling that the American flu, right? And the other point is it shows about factory farming conditions right here. But by focusing all your attention on China, you're taking your eyes off what we could do right here in our own country or your own country, whatever country you're living in. And you know what? In China, if we were in China, there's probably something similar happening, right? To take your eyes off what the powers that be there are up to. Hey, let's look at the Americans. Let's look at the foreigners. So it's an age-old tactic. And Trump, it's an age-old tactic, and Trump is a master of that tactic. Do you remember an earlier video I did? It was still when I was using puppets, but I cited from an article in The Guardian. Okay, let me just refresh your memory on that one. It's really helpful to know this article and to know this point. My earlier video was called, As the Planet Burns, Jimmy Shouts, Look at Pedro, look at Mohammed. Listen to this. As the planet burns, Jimmy shouts, Look at Pedro, look at Mohammed. So that's how, Trump first came in. We're Pedro, Mohammed, metaphorically speaking, okay? So right now, that wheel of who to focus on, we're looking at China. And that's causing problems for Asian Americans here in our country. And that's causing problems for people who care about Asian Americans. That's putting a lot of us on edge because we're thinking, when somebody leaves the house, do I got to give an escort? What's going to happen out there? What if I'm out and I see something happen, and what am I going to do? So it's putting people on edge. It's putting them on edge at a time when we ought to be greeting the world with a smile. That's what I want to do. I want to greet the world with a smile. Let's get through this crisis. Let's build a new system, a better system out of the ashes. I hope it's not going to be the ashes. Let's build a better system out of it. Instead, we're getting put on edge. So back to that, right? The article I cited, and you can remember this is an awesome article from The Guardian. This is a little ways back. U.S. official reveals Atlantic drilling while hailing Trump's ability to distract the public. Quote from the article, a top U.S. official told fossil fuel industry leaders at a conference that the Trump administration will issue a proposal to make large portions of the Atlantic available for oil and gas development, and that this is made easier because, here's the big because, Trump is skilled at sowing, and I quote from The Guardian, I'll put that link below the video, absolutely thrilling distractions. Can you believe that? Absolutely thrilling distractions. I mean, what kind of, come on. And I'm not judging. Judge not lest ye be judged, okay? But absolutely thrilling distractions. So that's what someone from the administration said. He's a master at sowing absolutely thrilling distractions. Apparently has no problem with sowing distractions, knowing it's going to get people revved up at other types of human beings instead of looking at a system, instead of looking at, all the money going to the top and subsidizing fossil fuels, subsidizing agribusiness, right? Think about these big trade deals. Are they helping out ma pa, organic farmer, or are these trade deals helping out big ag? And these Republicans, and some Democrats too, okay, who want to just focus you on China all the time, are they getting money from big ag? Are they getting money from fossil fuels? I showed in another video a lot of fossil fuel money that's gone to Trump. The money that's known about. I heard a reporter, and I think it was on a great public radio show called On the Media, say that since the Citizens United court decision, it's harder to know where the money's coming from. But you hear Rush Limbaugh, who I think started with this, hey, let's look at China instead of look at the system. Do you hear him talking about the Citizens United court decision? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Do you hear Trump talking about the Citizens United court decision? I doubt it. I really doubt it. All right. So if the media, the corporate news media, Donald Trump, some of these Republicans, if they weren't trying to focus all the public anger on, hey, what do they eat over there? What are they eating over there? Right? We'd be looking at what's going wrong here, that we got a broken system that's based on endless consumption, that endless consumption and pollution without a price is driving our planet into the ground. It's poisoning us literally. And what are we going to do about that? Let's focus on a Green New Deal. That'd be the natural outcome. Right? A Green New Deal, a universal basic income. These would be the natural things you'd want out of this. A focus on the long-term survival of our species, a robust CDC, a robust World Health Organization. That's what we want, cooperation. It's a magician's misdirect. Look at China, look at that other country, look at that foreigner. It's a magician's misdirect. Don't fall for it. And it's not a nice thing to do anyway. I'll leave you with a quote from Scripture. In the Scriptures, Jesus is quoted as saying, look at the mote in thine own eye before you go criticizing the speck in your neighbor's. So even if you don't think about this economic analysis, if you actually just read the Bible, you'd realize you shouldn't be going around looking at what someone else is doing. You should be seeing what you can do at home. That's the only way we can change things, right here. Hey, I hope this video helped. If it did, please share it. Please like. Please subscribe. Please comment. Sincere constructive criticism is welcome. Sincere comments from sincere human beings with a good heart. And until next time, peace be with you.